Hi, and welcome to Queen City Skin Podcast. This is your host, Dr. Elizabeth Rostam, board-certified dermatologist, skin, nail, and hair specialist, and cosmetic expert. This is your place to learn about skincare, skin conditions, and the latest cosmetic techniques and services. Empower yourself with skincare and anti-aging knowledge for healthier, more beautiful skin and appearance. The information in this podcast is not for medical advice. It is for informational purposes only, and you should always consult with your doctor for your best care. Today, we're going to talk about some skin care tips for men. Yes, men, you guys need to use skincare also. And so I hope you tune in and learn a few tips. So we'll start with kind of the basic, like what kind of skin do you have? If you have sensitive skin, it might burn or sting or redden if you apply products to it. So if you get a burn or sting after applying products, you probably have what we will term sensitive skin. Dry skin is rough, flaky, might feel tight, and may even be itchy. Oily skin type. It's pretty straightforward. It feels oily or greasy. It may get shiny, and you may be prone to breakouts. Combination skin is the skin where some areas seem dry and some areas are oily, and then there's just good old-fashioned normal skin. But if you ask us for advice for skincare, we might be asking you some of these questions to put you in one of these categories. So let's go over basic facial skin care. You should wash daily and wash your face after exercise. Use a facial cleanser, gentlemen. A bar soap is too harsh. It'll strip the skin of essential materials that keep skin hydrated. And then your skin gets dry and prone to rash and irritation and also looks dry and wrinkly. A cleansing pad might be ideal after exercising, and some of these cleansing pads will have glycolic or salicylic acid, little fruit acids. That's great if you're prone to breakouts, and it's easy to throw in your gym bag and just wipe to clean. So wash daily and wash after exercise. Moisturize. Choose a basic moisturizer that you like. It's pretty straightforward, but do use a moisturizer. Oily skin. You still need moisturizer even if you think your skin is oily. So you want to choose a lightweight moisturizer, one that just feels light when you put it on, or they make hydrating gels, and these are wonderful too. They certainly feel light and they don't feel sticky. So oily skin, oil is actually sebum, and it's produced from our oil glands, but it's actually not very hydrating or moisturizing. So I think even oily skin benefits from moisturizer, particularly with seasonal changes. Normal skin, you can kind of choose whatever moisturizer you want. Dry skin, you're going to need a thicker cream. These are more ideal, and if you get real dry, I think I'd have you consider even a greasy moisturizer like Petrolatum, Vaseline, or Aquaphor type things. They can really help your skin heal and return it back to normal. Now, sensitive skin. With sensitive skin, believe it or not, I'm going to ask you to avoid all natural, organic things that smell good. These natural and organic products actually contain a lot of plant extracts. And these plant extracts contain a lot of ingredients that can produce what we call irritant dermatitis, which is just irritation, or contact dermatitis, which is a true allergy. Keep in mind, I always say that poison ivy is a plant and is very natural. We would never rub that on our face for sure. You have to be careful with sensitive skin when you pick up a moisturizer that has one of the hydroxy acids we were talking about earlier, like glycolic, salicylic acid, or mandelic acid. Then in moisturizer, you got to think about a seasonal change. Sometimes we need a thicker moisturizer in the winter, and you can go lighter in the summer. Also think about activity related. If you spend an afternoon out in the wind, particularly if it's cold, out on the golf course, playing tennis in the wind, biking is huge because there's just so much wind. You're going to need a thicker moisturizer. Swimming and water activities can also strip the skin of moisture, and you need to replenish that. So being outside in the wind and the cold or being in the water can necessitate your skin wanting and needing more moisturizer. Um, Sunscreen, another basic face care. You need to use a sunscreen daily. So I always say choose one that you like. But if you're going to do physical activities or water activities, you need a waterproof one. But for daily, which is beneficial, choose one that feels good on your skin. It doesn't break you out. But I would recommend a daily sunblock. Other skincare tips. Let's talk about shaving care. So if you're prone to razor bumps, here's a few tips. Avoid multi-blade razors. They can give you a really close shave, but that makes you more prone to shave bumps. So also don't hold the skin taut when you're shaving. So the closer the shave, the more prone you are to razor bumps. Another trick is prior to shaving, take a toothbrush or a soft beard brush and brush the hair up and away from the skin with that brush. Use warm water and shave cream prior to shaving to soften the hair. Also rinse after each swipe of the razor and change the blade after about 5 to 7 shaves. And frankly, if you're not interested in growing facial hair, you can consider laser hair treatments to reduce the beard area. That's actually a wonderful treatment. Beards are very popular right now. But if you're prone to these bumps, many men choose to use the laser to help reduce and thin the hair that's growing. Well, let's talk a little bit about body skin care. If you have dry or sensitive skin, avoid very hot water. The recommended soap is Dove Sensitive Skin Bar. Not the body wash, but the skin bar. And then you also need to moisturize immediately after showering with a thick cream moisturizer. And it's ideal to do this when your skin is still damp. If you're acne prone, you can consider a medicated cleanser like a glycolic or salicylic acid, or even benzoyl peroxide if you're acne prone. These are put into cleansers. You stick them in your shower, very easy to use. With the benzoyl peroxide, you have to use caution with dark towels. It can bleach the dark towels. If you have dandruff in your scalp, you might be prone to a little bit of rash in the middle of your chest, and you can use your dandruff shampoo on that area to treat the red, scaly skin on your chest. Another tip for gentlemen is that laser hair treatments are not just for women. And that includes not just the back. I mean, you can treat the back and other areas prone to bumps. I think the back is most common, but we do treat the back of the neck for beard bumps and the neck for gentlemen that are prone to bumps and scarring with the bumps. So it can be very helpful. Another tip, gentlemen, is anti-aging skincare is not just for women. Men have a little more resistance to the age-related changes because their skin's a little thicker, but over time that sun damage is going to accumulate. We recommend 3 basic anti-aging skincare products. One is a daily sunblock. Another one is an antioxidant. An antioxidant prevents oxidative injury to your skin. When you go out in the sun, it gobbles up free oxygen radicals. And then we recommend retinol at night. Retinol protects your collagen. So doing this at an early age is important so that there's a prevention of wrinkle, sun damage, and even skin cancer in older years. And remember to protect all your skin from the sun. I do advise sun protective shirts, hats, look for shade, use SPF of 30 or higher, and reapply every 2 hours or after swimming and sweating. And wearing a shirt makes this easier. They make great swim shirts or rash guards, they're called, and there's great activewear shirts for those that enjoy outdoor activities. They even make these sleeves you can pull up. They're made of sun protective material, so you can wear them with your short sleeve shirt, but you pull up a sun protective sleeve. Those are awesome as well. And we'll end on, after protecting your skin, Also, check your moles. Men over the age of 50 have a higher risk of melanoma. It's a big group. So a reminder of the ABCDs of melanoma: asymmetry, border, color, and dimension. You're looking for large moles, moles with asymmetrical size, shape, or color, irregular borders, or dark color, or more than one color in a mole. Those are all red flags. I often add to that list an E and an F. E is evolution. If you're seeing something changing or growing, evolving, come in and get it checked. And F is funny looking. If it just looks funny, keep an eye on it. And if it truly is changing, come in and get it checked. Get a skin check yearly and come in sooner for any growing or changing spots. So, gentlemen, empower yourself for better skin care and better and healthier skin. And thank you for joining us today on the Queen City Podcast.